wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Diddy is cooked. Happy Taco Tuesday. Before we get into all that, let me cover my ass. No Diddy. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Hello. Everybody hit the like button. Share this out to everybody. Let's get everybody the information they need to hear. The Diddy trial's getting crazy. Diddy had an emotional breakdown yesterday. He was in the fetal position, and all 100 of his lawyers were around him and consoling him and telling him, man, 30 years gonna go by faster than you know it, my man. But seriously, got a lot to talk about today. Shout out to everybody in the building. I see Angie, C. Tuck, Nadreema, what's up? Megan, what's up? Nicole, Laura, and the gang is all here. Janan, got a lot to talk about. Get some announcements out the way first. First announcement is remember Diddy's legal team filed for the mistrial again and again and again. Well, the judge told them that them and their mistrial motion can kick rocks and flip-flops with no damn socks. Get it out of here. So the mistrial has missed again. They threw it in the lake. We all knew it. We knew that mistrial wasn't going nowhere. We know that at this point, Diddy and Dickie and all his Benny and all his Diddy supporters are grasping at straws right now. And we all knew that mistrial wasn't going nowhere. But when you're looking at 30 years and it's looking bleak, you're liable to try anything, and they did. So get that out the way. Another announcement, juror number 6 was officially told to kick rocks and flip-flops, citing candor issues and inconsistencies. Good early morning, the breakfast crew. Like somebody said, the 53rd mistrial might be the charm. Yeah. Hey, look, itty bitty Mohawk Diddy Smalls is trying it all, and it's all failing, and I like it. And I'm really putting a little extra on it because I like the people that come in and say, man, why you tearing down a man? I'm tearing down somebody. So if I'm tearing down somebody, what the hell do you call what Diddy was doing? Beating the hell out of people, drugging people, threatening people, intimidating people, using women as his own sexual fantasy, like just an object. What do you call that? If you call me being a journalist and covering the biggest trial of our generation, I'm simply covering it. If I'm tearing somebody down, then what the heck? I'll take that because I want to know what the hell you call what Diddy did then, because it got to be a crazy word or a crazy phrase. So I'm actually going, like I told y'all, my goal is to put my message out there that if you fuck around with the women and the people that I love, your ass is grass. So that's the message I'm putting out. I don't give a damn about what somebody's saying, as if Diddy's the only black man who deserves grace. What about the victims? It always amazes me how people will go to bat for one man because he has money and then just disregard the victims like they don't deserve shit. Well, guess what? Victims get their flowers here on the Flow Show, no filter. I represent the victims. And I'll do that to the day I die. Y'all, the ones out there, y'all want to stand up for the elite and the wealthy, do that. Go build you a platform because you ain't got shit coming here. You're going to be mad every time you tune into the Flow Show No Filter every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live or on Apple and Spotify 24/7. Right here, Flow's Kitchen is always open, and I'll cook all these perpetrators, these fraudulent, quote unquote, celebrities. If you harming people, I'm on your ass. No Diddy. I don't give a damn about the trolls. I don't give a damn about nobody saying you tearing down somebody. I don't care if you black, brown, fuchsia, gray, yellow, beige. If you fuck with one of ours, your ass is grass. And that's how we rock in the Flow community. So y'all can save it. Shove it where the sun don't shine, as my granny used to say. And shout out to my granny. What other announcements we got today? Oh, the kitchen is open. Hey, look, the kitchen is open on a Tuesday. You know we love our Taco Tuesdays, and the kitchen never closes. So anybody that have a problem with it, you are welcome to get cooked, fried, crock-bodied, and basted. I don't even cook in real life. I only cook on the Flow Show No Filter. So what other announcement we got? So now that we got juror number 6, we done took his ass back to New Jersey with his lying ass. Another announcement. It's another juror that's in question. Now, let me tell you what happened with this juror. Also, we're gonna get into that. You know, they had to watch the freakoffs yesterday. We're gonna get into that in a bit after the announcements. Also, what else we got? And we got some news that I want to talk about later on in the show. But yeah, another juror. Oh, and another announcement about Banner, the one who was allegedly dangled from the balcony, and the defense trying to say she was lying, and Diddy was so-called in New York, and all this mumbo jumbo. Got an update on that. But yeah, so this particular juror received a text message from a mysterious number that they didn't know who this text message was from. And they got I believe they reported it themselves to the judge, and the judge is looking at their ass and saying, you must have been talking about the case. Why did they get a text message saying, are you juror number 6, from a number they didn't know? A lot of creepy shit going on with these jurors, but one thing about it, the judge ain't fucking around. The judge remind me of a Flo, if Flo was a judge. I told you, if I was a judge, I'd be holding motherfuckers in contempt left and right. You in contempt, take your ass to jail. I wouldn't last 5 minutes as a judge. They'd disbar me, disrobe me, and send my ass packing, because I'd be in there. I'd be slamming the gavel on everything. Oh, you nodding? Take your ass up out of here. You can't come to the court no more. I don't fuck around. Anyway, yeah, the judge is being very fair. I have no problems with the judge. Great comment, Nicole. But the judge is doing his thing. Definitely. So we gonna have to keep our eye on this juror. We got another juror that the judge said he gonna be talking to. He got to see what this juror has been saying. Has he been talking about the case? His ass might get the boot. Who knows? But he might not get the boot. Because one thing he has working in his favor is, if the story that I've been given is correct, he brought this to the judge's attention. It's not something they found out. He brought it. So we'll see how that turns out. Good morning to everybody. Hey, Nadreema. Nadreema says Diddy team gives Diddy telephone numbers. What it appears to me. Look at Nadreema on his ass. Hey, Nadreema on Diddy's ass, y'all. Shout out to Nadreema. Good morning to Benny. I see Benny in the comments, ready to keep this content going out. Ooh, bless me, excuse me, Benny. Hey, look, Benny got his alarm set. Benny love Flo like everybody else. I love it, man. Benny, I appreciate it, man. You are just as dedicated as the rest of us. You are a fan and you are a supporter of the Flow movement, man. Once I see you in here 5-6 times in a row at 5:30 in the morning, man, you all right with me. He is a super fan. He got a subscription too. He got a $23 VIP subscription. He want to know all the real time updates by your boy Flo. Before we get into the freak off, man, imagine being on the jury and having to watch a freak off. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. But before we get into that, now you remember Banna? Banna is the one who allegedly Diddy dangled over the balcony. Now remember, she had a rough time on the stand. Westmoreland, Diddy's attorney, gave her hell in a handbasket. Hit her with a lot of different tough questions, timelines. It was real tough. She had some of her dates were a little off, and so on and so forth. So by her dates being a little off, mind you, this happened about 10 years ago. The defense used that to pounce on it and say that Diddy wasn't even there and she's lying. And I believe they were trying to call for a mistrial even then for that. Anyway, got an update on that. The prosecution has filed a motion. And in this motion, this paperwork reveals that a settlement was offered to Brianna Banna by and the offer was snitched on by Bad Boy producer Rob Holiday. This is very crucial because for the defense to say it never happened, this was a hefty settlement that allegedly Diddy tried to settle with her for guess how much money? Y'all remember the Lil Wayne song? A million. $1 million. Let's get into this paperwork real quick. This is the paperwork filed by the prosecution. This is damaging to the defense because, hey, now Dreamer, thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. I'm gonna get me some type of spicy chicken sandwich from somewhere. I love spicy chicken, whether it's from Applebee's or even Wendy's, wherever. I'm a spicy chicken head. So let's get into this paperwork. Now, for somebody to say something didn't happen, would you offer $1 million to somebody for an incident that did not happen? The prosecution doesn't think so. Check this out. Motion just filed yesterday. The government respectfully writes to seek the admission on redirect examination of a conversation in early 2024 between Brianna and Rob Holiday, a then mutual friend of Diddy and Banna. The government expects that Ms. Banna will testify that over a FaceTime call in early 2024, Mr. Holiday told Banna in sum and substance that he understood that she was suing the defendant. Then this bombshell drops. Mr. Holiday then conveyed that the defendant would pay her $1 million if Ms. Banna did not bring lawyers into it. Check this out. Banna refused, and after that, she and Mr. Holiday did not speak ever again. Now, Mr. Holiday's statement, being a Bad Boy producer, one of Diddy's producers, first, as described below, there are at least 3 reasons we need this in court. The statements of the defendant's consciousness of guilt regarding this attack. That's one thing. The statements are corroborative of Banna's account of the attack, and the evidence and the statement also shows the bias and motivations of Mr. Holiday, who the defendant has noticed as a witness in this trial. Second, the statements are not barred by the hearsay rule. They may be admitted pursuant Federal Rule of Evidence 801 D2 because Mr. Holiday was authorized to make a statement on the topic of a settlement with Ms. Banner and was acting in Diddy's according to Diddy. The statements are admissible under Rule 803 because they are evidence of the defendant's state of mind, including his intent to plan at the time he was trying to pay. And he was paying $1 million for something that didn't happen. Oh, yeah, she said Flo comes with the facts and receipts all the time. All the time. I don't talk without facts and receipts. That's why it's always funny when people argue with me because they never have a receipt to say they damn life. Y'all know me. If I'm telling y'all something, I'm going to have a receipt to back it up. That's the way I was taught. I went to a good school. You had to show your work and where you got it from. Now, let's continue. Mr. Holiday's statements offering to broker a settlement on the defendant's behalf with Ms. Banner are relevant on multiple bases. First, the statements are powerful evidence of the defendant's consciousness of guilt. The fact that even before Banner lawsuit was filed, the defendant was prepared to pay her $1 million to settle her claim shows a guilty conscience and significant undercuts the defense position advanced on Mr. Banner's cross-examination that the balcony attack did not happen. Related, the evidence is highly corroborative of Ms. Bongolan's testimony that the defendant attacked her on the balcony, raising her up on the balcony and then throwing her on the furniture. Banner's account of these events has been repeatedly attacked by the defense, thus opening the door to additional evidence that shows that her testimony on this topic is truthful. The prosecution ain't fucking around. Finally, the defense has included Mr. Holiday on its witness list. So since the defense has Mr. Holiday on its witness list, it makes this even more relevant. They didn't just pull this witness out their ass. This witness is actually on the defense's witness list. His statements to Banner on this occasion are highly probative of his bias for the defendant and his motivations for testifying in this trial. If Mr. Holiday is expected to testify, the government should be permitted to examine other witnesses with personal knowledge of events that impeach his credibility. For efficiency, this should occur while those witnesses are already testifying. Banner has particular traveled here from California to testify, and the government should not be required to recall her. Man, the prosecution is not playing around. See, you Diddy trolls and you Diddy apologists, y'all playing around. Y'all got y'all caps locks loaded and y'all floating around in the comment section. But the prosecution is really on the front line and they cooking Diddy, crock potted. Benihana style, cooking him right in front of us for all of us to see. They not playing. The defense is even playing. This prosecution is not playing. They are thorough. They're going to say Mr. Holiday's statements are admissible both as statements of an authorized person and his statements are valid. Moreover, at this time, this conversation occurred in early 2024. Ms. Banner will clarify that she had not even filed a public lawsuit yet and had not confided in others about the intent to do so. Therefore, the only source of Mr. Holliday's knowledge of her potential legal demand, was the defendant. Indeed, Banner was already testified that Mr. Holliday was calling. Mr. Holliday was calling on the behalf of the defendant, trying to get something done. Second, the statement is evidence of the defendant's state of mind. Mr. Holliday communicated to Ms. Banner that the defendant would pay Ms. Bangolan if she did not involve lawyers. This conveys the defendant's plan and intent to pay Banner the large sum of money. For these reasons, the government respectfully requests to be permitted to elicit testimony regarding Ms. Bangolan's conversation with Mr. Holliday. That's a lot. But to sum it all up, it's a lot of proof that this happened. I don't care where they say Diddy ate breakfast at. With all his aliases and all his fake names, he's a fraud. His defense team is a fraud. And I lost a lot of respect for. I don't like Brian Steele no more. I don't like Brian Steele no more. Somebody said they received a random message yesterday from someone I don't know because of messaging here and on JLR. I don't care because I'm going to keep it real and going. Go ahead, Nicole. We don't have no fear of these punk ass trolls. They need to get a life. They need to figure out how to build a platform. You can't be snooping and lurking around in the comment section. It don't do anything. Build a platform. Quit lurking around like a weirdo. But see, they don't have the work ethic, the intelligence, or any of that to build a platform. So you got to be dedicated. You got to be passionate about what you're doing. They just are here to be an irritant. It don't take no hard work to be no damn irritant. It don't even take a brain. A net. Perfect example. A net can be an irritant. A net, you know the size of a brain of a gnat. A troll is the equivalent of a gnat. No brain, just getting on your nerves, and all you got to do is swat it away, and it's gone. So shout out to you, Nicole. We ain't worried about none of these damn trolls. But anyway, that's huge, y'all, because they have been trying to say that girl was lying, and they tried to tear her down, and the prosecution has even came back strong. That was one of their weakest witnesses, and they bringing her back from the dead like Michael Myers. She's back. So in other words, Banner is back. And just another reason why Diddy will be saying hi to a person called Rico. And I ain't talking about Suave. And I ain't talking about Puerto Rico. I'm talking about the Rico that gives you 30 years. I'm talking about the Rico that we've been calling a freako. And I like it. Now let's get into this nasty ass freakoff video that these jurors, shout out to these jurors, they dedicated. They dedicated to have to watch itty bitty mohawk Diddy Smalls, aka Sticky Note Diddy, to have to watch him engage in this nasty drug-filled freak-off. You gotta be a dedicated soul, and my hat goes off to you, or should I say my Burberry bandana goes off to you. So let's get into, there were quite a few articles on this freak-off mess. I think I'm gonna read, we're gonna go over, y'all know I like the Mirror. I like the Mirror. Let's see what the Mirror, let's try the Mirror's article on this mess. So No. I don't want to watch. I don't know. I don't want to do the mirror. I actually, there's one. There's another one. That was Diddy texts about freakoff shown to the Diddy. Here we go. I like this one because they got a little more specific. This is from the Daily Beast. This is about the freakoff. It says black female jurors wince through Diddy freakoff videos. Ooh, Diddy, you was one nasty mohawk. I told you can't give everybody no damn mohawk. You cannot give everybody a mohawk. Anyway, let's get into the article. It says black female jurors in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial were visibly uncomfortable as they watched videos of his freak-offs filled with baby oil, Astroglide, and ketamine for the first time on Monday. According to multiple reports from inside the courtroom, two of the jurors, both black women, either winced or shielded their eyes as the video played. Now, I don't know if they were shielding their eyes or squinting their eyes because, you know, the itty bitty Tootsie Roll, I don't know. But I wouldn't want to switch places. I'm glad I'm where I'm at. That's why I say shout out to that jury, y'all. We got to get them their flowers. I don't want to watch no damn freak off. If I had to, I would. But I don't want to see Diddy's Tootsie Roll. And I don't want to watch no damn freak off. I'm sorry. I'll podcast and get my ass up at 5 a.m. every day and do this if that means I don't have to watch a freak off. But they were wincing and shielding their eyes. What was going on? We got to get these jurors have a tough job, y'all. Let's make sure we giving them their proper respect and their just due, because they dedicated. They got to look at Mohawk Diddy every day and all his defense team, and on top of all that, they got to look at his freak offs. Y'all know how much baby oil is on there? All this wetness and slippery, shiny. Woo! Anyway, let's continue. Just the thought of it. According to multiple reports, they were wincing. And, you know, previously they had saw photos and they had heard audio. But this time they had to see the real deal live in the flesh. Baby oil everywhere. The jurors were shown a series of clips put together from 3 different videos taken between October 2012 and December 2014, which lasted about 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes of hell. The October 2012 video shows Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura engaging in a freak-off with 2 male escorts at the Trump International Hotel. Daily Mail reports from records shown to a jury. A former assistant of Combs previously testified that Trump's New York hotel was Combs' favorite spot for these freaky Rico freak-offs. This is the sex education we never needed. Jury members watched the video with headphones on. So they had the freakiness all in their ear. Headphones on. From which they heard groaning. Like people who are around, they heard faint music and groaning sounds could be heard throughout the courtroom. According to reports, the 2 black women jurors were the most visibly uncomfortable, with one shifting in her seat as the video played. Y'all, when we used to say that, you know, sometimes you could be asked to be on jury duty, I was never picturing this. Was y'all? Like when I picture jury duty, I didn't picture freakoffs in my ear with music, with faint music playing with groaning sounds as I'm in a court of law. Diddy, there's a special place in prison for you. I don't know where it is, but I'm sure those 12 jurors and that judge knows where the hell it is. Man. The racial makeup of the jury in Combs' trial became a central topic of the conversation Monday morning as the judge officially dismissed one of the only two black men in the jury pool. Combs' defense argued that the prosecution, which requested jury number 6 removal after he was inconsistent about the details of his place of residence, was making a thinly veiled effort to dismiss a black juror. And once it was official, Diddy ass damn near fainted. If you follow me on social media, you see the picture I posted of the sketch. The lawyers were surrounding Diddy. Diddy had his head over and bent over in the fetal position. And it was looking like the Snickers commercial. Want to get away? Ain't that how it go? Want to get away? I think that's all I heard in my head. You know, my mind thinks crazy thoughts as I do these stories. And as I saw that picture, the first thing came to mind was, want to get away? Because Diddy ass looked like he wanted to get the fuck away. But as we used to say as kids, too bad, so sad. Let's go. We still talking about, so y'all know that juror was caught lying. We don't need to go over that again. His ass grass and his ass gone. But having to watch a freak off, y'all. I thought I done seen it all. These jurors had to watch freak offs. Exactly. Who was that made a great point? Like, I don't know what's worse, watching it or listening to it. Sybil says she can't imagine having to watch that. I don't know if you can watch that and hear everything you heard and say not guilty. Because I imagine when you're talking about drug-filled event with baby oil and watching someone's supposed to be girlfriend, you're watching somebody supposed to be girlfriend get hammered by 2 male sex workers while heavily influenced on drugs. That has to be a crazy freaking sight. Crazy sight. Some more that went on yesterday. The jury saw text message about the alleged abuse that went on. And they saw text message between Combs and his former chief of staff, Christina Korm. Now, a lot of people talking about Christina Korm. And what I think going on with Christina Korm, I think she didn't take whatever the deal was, and she is standing by Diddy, which means that don't mean she getting away with it. It actually means she could be looking at 15 to 25 years in prison if Diddy is convicted, and then they in turn go after her. So the fact that she's not testifying, don't think she's getting off scot-free. It just means that her ass in trouble. Either way it go. So she's rocking with Diddy. They had more text messages of her talking about male escorts, talking about drug deals. This is Rico. Rico is out using your enterprise to carry out crimes in an organized manner and having all of your employees help out. It's amazing how many people still don't know, or is it I think they just don't want to know at this point. If you don't see Rico right now, you need to get checked out. You need to figure out where your school system missed the boat. Because the ability to critically think, the ability to read information and comprehend what you're reading is a lost art. Benny said jurors making faces, but Diddy can't nod. What y'all think about that, y'all? What y'all think about that? Somebody said, Benny, if you shut up, you only look stupid. Yeah. What was that? What was that in that mafia movie when they said the guy never say nothing? And say, if I don't say nothing, they can only think I'm a fool. But if I say something, they're gonna know I'm a fool. But shout out to my granny, y'all. Y'all know I posted my granny the other day real quick. She is the reason. She is any y'all like that. Y'all like my stories and my storytelling. It all comes from my granny. And I posted her the other day, rest in peace. She is the originator of the term, and I don't like it. And so everything I am today with this podcast, our conversation, it all stems from her. She brought communities together and everything. She would have me at that kitchen table so drawn in by her stories. She could make you laugh. She could make you cry. She could make you mad. She could educate you. And when one particular, and I'm gonna get back to the Diddy real quick, but one particular thing she would tell me, and that's why I know about the Rico and Mafia and all of that. But Granny would be telling a story, and all of a sudden she would lean in. She had the big eyes, and she would look around. She would say, "Not Mafia," and she would get to whispering, and I would be saying to myself, "Damn, Granny, is the Mafia in here listening? Because I'm scared." And she would make me feel like the fucking her telling the story would make me feel like the Mafia is like breathing down my fucking neck. And so I get my storytelling ability from her. I can't be her. I can't tell a story as good as her on my best day, but I'm better than most. And so shout out to Granny, the originator of And I Don't Like It, the one who I draw my storytelling abilities from her. And I just want to give her flowers and let y'all know everything we do here stems from what me and my granny did at the kitchen table. And she always brought in diverse people from overseas. She helped immigrants get on their feet, stay at her home, and just always brought everybody together. And it was always a diverse group around us. We went camping, we did trips, all of that. So everything I am represent and everything I represent comes from her. And I just wanted to give her those flowers. Rest in peace, Granny. The best to ever live, the best that ever was, the best storyteller of all time. Granny. So let's get back to this. I just had to tell y'all that. Granny would be telling me the story. I would be like, I am fucking scared, Granny. Like, is the Mafia outside? Like, please tell me, because you got me scared. Anyway, let's get back to the Diddy mess. So today, Brendan Paul, the drug mule, I believe they're saying he's going to be pleading his Fifth Amendment. And Grand Rising Techno Hippie, he is going to do his plead the Fifth so he can be granted immunity. And as he's granted immunity, then he will testify. He is the one who got all the drugs for Diddy. He was supposed to be a videographer for Diddy. And next thing you know, Diddy had him getting drugs and taking him on the plane and all kind of mess that he didn't sign up for. So he will be putting another nail in this coffin at this point. Diddy is doomed. Diddy is doomed, y'all. And Brendan Paul is gonna destroy him. You gotta remember, he was literally caught at the airport with Diddy's drugs in his hand. And he started singing immediately. He started singing immediately, and he will be singing today. I believe today. I know they're going to do his immunity, so hopefully he goes today. But he will be singing like a canary today, and Diddy will be squirming in his seat and looking hard. Y'all know they said Diddy been intimidating or trying to intimidate journalists in the courtroom. Have y'all heard about that? Some of the big journalists on YouTube and TikTok that are in the press section, they say Diddy has just been staring at people, almost like waiting for them to turn their head. Yeah, shout out to Granny. Very menacing. I mean, he just doesn't do anything that he doesn't do anything that an innocent man would do. He doesn't do anything that an innocent man would do. He's even kick rocks barefoot, itty bitty Benny. hey, Nicole said kick rocks barefoot, itty bitty Benny. But it's just amazing, man, that the prosecution has really, and another thing, by this not being televised, you have to really be reading this transcripts and getting transcripts from all different sources, because everybody isn't capable of copying everything down. So they have lined up and laid out the Rico over these past couple of days with the summary witnesses, the hotels that were paid for, the receipts, the text messages, the workers lining it up. Like, they have put Rico on a silver platter and handed it to the jury, gift wrapped with a bow on it. But since we don't get to see it, a lot of people don't understand. They're like, when are they going to get to the Rico? They are explaining it in detail. But you have to not only read all the transcripts, but you got to read transcripts from multiple publications, things that if you don't do this for a living like I do, you don't even got time to read all that shit. So I don't even blame some people for not seeing some of the Rico. I mean, some people are just ridiculous and some people are just morons. But other than that, you have to really be scouring this internet to get the information. So I got it. And that's why I give it to y'all. And that's why everybody is tuning in to the Flow Show No Filter. And I appreciate that. Somebody, Miss Washington said, shout out to Granny. Yes, Granny is the GOAT. I am nothing but a male version of Granny. That's all I am. My only regret is, not regret, but the only thing I wish she was here to see this. She would love it. As a matter of fact, I would have had Granny do an episode. I would love for Granny to be here so I could have her just do a full episode of her own. Y'all might not even want me back. Y'all be like, bring Granny back. She would have y'all rolling, and she would have y'all thinking that Diddy. She would have y'all thinking y'all was watching the freakoff tapes with the damn jurors, with that nasty ass shit going on. But anyway, Brendan Paul will be testifying. And can you imagine what he is about to tell? He literally was the guy that they went to get all of the drugs and all of the Lily said, Granny is looking down on me. and very proud of you. Thank you for that. I'm sure she is. And Granny, you did it. Your grandson is doing what you always thought he would do. Let's get to the juror, some more of the text messages and stuff that they were seeing. So another thing, other text messages were showed from Cassie and Jane telling Christina Coram they needed help with the alleged violence and sexual abuse they faced in their relationship with Combs. It was amazing what was said. This text message by Cassie said, "No one deserves to be dragged by their hair." No one deserves to be dragged by their hair, Cassie wrote. In another text message, she said, "I can't do the violent, scary, kick me out my own house thing anymore." Diddy was visibly distraught. Prosecutors showed jurors messages from Cassie centering around the freakoffs. In one message, the text and other communications all pointed to the planning aspects of the elaborate sexual performances. In one message, Cassie coordinated a meeting with an escort named Vin. Another text exchange with a person named Santiago said Cassie agreed to meet around 3 a.m. at the L'Ermitage Hotel in Beverly Hills. After the man, she would do another freak-off. Santiago also asked Combs how he should dress and whether he should bring baby oil. Baby oil, baby oil, baby oil. In another message, Cassie said a person named Dave. The man texted around 1:30 a.m. to notify Cassie he had arrived at the meeting location. Roughly 6 hours later, he texts saying thanks. See, they use these text messages to lay out all of the Rico and all of the actual facts and evidence that shows that this went down. See, what people don't understand, if you're saying that this is just a domestic violence case and this and that, you don't understand court, you don't understand indictments. See, the court has already passed, is this Rico, as pertaining to the events that the prosecution alleges took place. If the events and details that the prosecution, if they prove that they took place, it's Rico. It's not a matter of, is it Rico? It's a matter of the details and the things that the prosecution says happened, did they happen or not? If you're saying that this ain't a Rico case, then you stuck 6 months in the past. You need to catch up with the rest of us. This has already been confirmed that this is a Rico case. Where we are right now is, did the events and the details that the prosecution laid out in the indictment in the feds, did they take place? That is where we are. Some of these people need to take their vitamins, put their thinking cap on, and catch up with the rest of the class, because we will not be going backwards in time, because they are still at the point talking about this ain't a Rico case, as if the judge, the government, and all these people involved don't know what a Rico case is. Like, come on, catch up. If you want to say that these events didn't happen, I can hear you say that. But if you're saying that this is a domestic violence case, then you are still stuck. You back like almost a year ago before this indictment came in. You haven't caught up with the rest of the class, and I can't do nothing for you. Where we're at right now is, did the events that was alleged in the indictment, did they take place or not? We're not at the point is this a Rico case or not? We've been past that. This is definitely a Rico case. But did the events take place or not? If they took place, Diddy ass gonna be sent down for 30 years. If the events did not take place and everybody lying, then Diddy ass gonna walk out of that courtroom. That is where we're at. We already passed that this ain't a domestic violence case. So even saying that is a waste of breath, a waste of time, and it makes you look like you don't know shit. So as we continue, as I proceed to give you what you need, we will continue. Salute, Flo. Hey, legacy remains. Thank you for the salute. We are getting it in on this Taco Tuesday. On this Taco Tuesday, we are getting it in. And what would a day be without more grammatical errors from our good friend Benny? Itty bitty Benny. You too, since you're saying also, it's TOO, Benny. Just a heads up. So it'd be you too, TOO. Not you too, TO. That makes no sense. Now that Benny is filled up the chat with numerous grammatical errors. Shout out to B Will. Thank you for the $5 super chat, super sticker. You're right. Great work, man. Thank you so much. Hey, look. Oh yeah. Hey, look. No. We already know that you said forget the English, Benny. We don't need Captain Obvious. Why is Mr. Benny Mr. Captain Obvious? Where he says, forget English. We already know that, Benny. We've been reading your chat. It's a little difficult because none of it's spelled right and worded right, but we're fighting through it. We're fighting through it, Benny, so we can read your shit. But we know you don't know anything about English grammar or whatever. You don't need to announce that at all. Captain Obvious. It's not one person in this chat thought you knew anything about English grammar. Just want to bring that to your attention. Good morning, family. Y'all, this is going to be, I want to see what happens today. Yeah, we need Rosetta Stone. We're gonna all get together and get that to Benny. Benny, we're gonna get you some Rosetta Stone or Hooked on Phonics. That way, when you come in here, we actually know what the hell you're talking about. Hey, Anitra. Anitra is in the building. Alicia said, I love this group so much. You're the best, Flo. Yeah, I love this group. This group is amazing. Oh, hold on. Somebody. Hey, y'all, check it out. I caught you, Butter. Hold on, y'all. I got one of my long lost buddies. I just missed him. Where is Butter at? Butter. I just missed your damn chat. You might have to say it again. So we got one of my long lost friends from back in college. He's in this chat. I missed his damn message. Let's see. There it is. There go my guy. Everybody say what's up to Butter. We used to do all kind of stuff. We used to play basketball together at CSU. He knows how Flo used to get down on the court. And we even used to be stepping and doing like these dances. We were the best dancers around. Y'all done see me do my little couple steps on Instagram and TikTok and all that. Shout out to Butter. It's good to see you, bro. Been a long time. I'm talking about like 20 years. Sheesh. Anyway, y'all, we got to talk about what the hell is going on. I got a special thing to get to. Do y'all know? Now, I don't care, it's messed up. What R. Kelly did, he's serving his time. But y'all know that they've been saying that he's been having threats on his life and all of that. Well, this is breaking news. Literally just came in before I hopped on this podcast. And Nicole said, "What's up, butter?" R. Kelly overdoses, rushed to the hospital as plot to kill him resumes. Thank you for the super chat, sir. It's just getting kind of serious. I'm like, are they really trying to kill R. Kelly? Y'all know the other day they said that there was a plot to kill him, and somehow the feds, or I don't know, the prison system was behind it. But listen to this story. It's starting to get a little creepy. R. Kelly, this comes from allhiphop.com. Breaking news. R. Kelly's attorney says the singer overdosed in solitary confinement after being given extra medication by the prison staff. Now, before we get out of here, I got another thing to tell you about Diddy. Some breaking news and something to look out for today. After I tell you this weird story that just broke, I need answers. So it says R. Kelly collapsed in his North Carolina prison cell after being given what his lawyer says was a dangerous overdose of medication while in solitary confinement. The incident allegedly took place just days after Kelly's team accused the prison officials of plotting to kill him. According to court filings, a 58-year-old singer was given additional medication by staff on Thursday. The next morning, he reportedly fainted, experienced dizziness and vision loss, and was rushed to Duke University Hospital. Doctors determined he had received a life-threatening dose of medication and kept him under observation for 2 days. His attorney now alleges the overdose was not accidental. That means within 2 days of filing this motion, the Bureau of Prisons officials administered an amount of medication that significantly exceeded a safe dose and caused Mr. Kelly to overdose, putting his life in jeopardy. They gave him an amount of medicine that could have killed him. The emergency motion filed in Illinois on Monday is the third request to release Kelly from confinement. This is what I'm concerned about is this really going on in our prison system? Like, is our prison system really this shady? Because at first I thought maybe people were exaggerating and maybe that they weren't trying to kill. But to get this story right before I'm hopping onto this podcast, I'm like, I don't know. I want to see how this turns out. But reportedly, Kelly has gone days without eating due to the fears of being poisoned. While being hospitalized, they found blood clots in his leg. But check this out. Within hours, officers with guns came into the hospital room and removed Kelly. He was taken from the hospital against his will and against the directives of the doctors. He was denied the surgery he needs to clear the blood clots in his lungs, and that threatens his life as well. This happened. This will be confirmed by hospital records. I don't know, y'all. So I don't know what the hell is going on. I hadn't even covered that at all because I'm exclusively covering Diddy. But with the Diddy and the R. Kelly case being so close together, he's serving his time. He deserved the time he got. R. Kelly was convicted of Rico. But our prison system trying to kill somebody, or if that's true, that don't deserve that. That's not right. I don't care. That's just not right. And it's a reflection. If true, it's a reflection of this shady system that we work in. I have people a part of this community that have husbands, sons, daughters who are unfortunately in this prison system. They have complained about the food, they're malnourished. They say it's like living in a tomb. And so I just think we need to bring awareness also. People make mistakes. Everybody ain't no damn, perverted Rico person. Some people are in there for different reasons, mistakes they have made. But damn, man, like I said, y'all don't know how many DMs I get about people who have people in the system. And when I put out stories about their saying what food Diddy is eating and all of that, I get DMs all the time like, no, that's not true. They're not feeding them shit. And I think it's just sad, y'all. So I just wanted to bring awareness to that, because if he is, something end up seriously happened to him, I want everybody to at least know what was going on. Like I said, I hadn't even been mentioning all the other stuff about the attempts on R. Kelly's life, but to get breaking news that he got an overdose and the prison officials gave it to him, and then he's in the hospital and they came in with guns to remove him. I don't know what's going on, but let's just pay attention, y'all. And as far as Diddy, we should get word on that juror today. The juror that got this mysterious text talking about, were you juror number 6? And this juror was not juror number 6 and doesn't know where this text message came from. Brendan Paul, I'm pretty sure he will be on the stand today. And tomorrow is the last day for the prosecution case. Thursday is Juneteenth. And Friday, if everything goes according to plan, Friday, the defense will start presenting their case. Thank you, everybody, for joining the Flow Show No Filter. Let's get the amounts in the chat. Thank you again for the super sticker, Surrey. I appreciate it. I'm going to eat good. Much love to all of the chat. Much love to Butter. I appreciate you popping in on me, bro. Always was a good friend, man. Yeah. And he knows, Butter knows he's from that same town. We all from Cleveland. And he knows about that the drug mule. Brendan Paul is from Shaker Heights. You know I'm from Shaker Heights, Butter, if you remember. So shout out to Butter, man. Good dude, good friend. We used to dominate on the court. Basketball was the first thing that I was good at, that people know. Well, no, dancing was the first thing I was good at as a kid, that everybody knew me for. But then after dancing, it was basketball. After basketball, it was golf. After golf, it was rapping. After rapping, it's podcasting. And this is where I'm going to land my plane today. Thank y'all. I love all of y'all. Let's get the amounts in the chat. I think I missed somebody's super chat. If I did, I didn't do it on purpose. So today the plane has landed, y'all. Let's get the fuck out of here and tune in to the rest of this trifling, nasty, drug-fueled freak off. Lord says I'm out. Punk Rocks Girl says I'm out. Butter says I'm out. Sybil says I'm out. Alicia says I'm out. Oh man, I didn't mean to delete. I made a mistake and deleted somebody's comment going too fast. Sorry. Much love to y'all. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow, same time, 7:30 a.m. on YouTube Live, on Facebook Live at 9 a.m. Much love to everybody. And tomorrow, make sure y'all remind me to talk about the tour because I forgot to talk about the tour today. And got a lot of exciting news about that. Much love to y'all. Love each and every last one of y'all asses. Y'all know that. And this community is built on love, diversity, and telling motherfuckers to kick rocks if you're not down for it. I love y'all. And I'm out.